All right, so welcome back everybody to Ace Brigade. Our last session wrapped up the first arc, and as such I figured we'd do a little more in-depth of a recap. So during the 5th month of the year of 1285, a team of 5 individuals met and formed a campaigner band. Nash, the mysterious tiefling fetchling, who is always coded in shadow. Crick, the pale elven duskwalker, whose past is shrouded in mystery. Pickles, the goblin Aphrodite, who seeks knowledge and is the bearer of some greater purpose. Scrag, the lizard folk dinosaur salesman, who seeks to find the cause of his island's decline. And Vaz, the elegant noble searching for a way to escape the curse of the call that looms large in her life. While investigating an increased gremlin sightings in town, the team stumbled upon a sinister smuggling operation. The smuggling guild, the River Rats, were using gremlins summoned by the Euphenian imperial mage Lucius Pierce. They were using these to bolster their operations and cause a little chaos in town. Further investigation found that a ring of people were benefiting from all this. Chiefly the leader of the River Rats, Eden Moore, and a business owner named Olympia Smythe. After a birthday party gone wrong, it was quickly found that Olympia had been operating in the slave trade, and she had been using the River Rats to ship orcs and goblins to the Empire. Lucius got arrested for his illegal summonings, but at the time, Olympia managed to weasel free of any charges. While pondering what to do, Scrag ran into the underground and discovered that a schism had occurred between the River Rats over this whole issue of the slave trade. He had met a halfling by the name of Fleetfoot that promised to get him an audience with a former member of the River Rats named Raven. However, they only promised this if the party managed to put Olympia Smythe behind bars. And so the group headed to Olympia's house, her family's estate, out of town, where the Ace Brigade found evidence of her crimes. Past due tax notices, some embezzlement, and a handful of slaves in the basement. They then revealed this evidence to the head of the Trade Winds Guild. And between everything, the Olympia Smythe was put swiftly behind bars. Now the dust has settled, and a new day is dawning in Horizon's Gate. With nothing pressing on the party's agenda, let's move into some downtime.
Yeah!
Yeah!
I think this might be the first time we've properly done something like this in ever doing tabletop stuff together.
We did like a little mini downtime about halfway through this first arc, but that's about it.
I haven't had a break in like months. Oh my god.
Alright. So, as the sun comes up, Creek, what would you like to do first?
Alright. Creek is gonna do... I guess I'm assuming that we woke up in the hotel room. Creek is gonna do some journaling real quick. She's gonna do some quick scribbles and some drawings in her book. She's probably gonna make a doodle of Olivia, but like a really shitty doodle, because she doesn't really care about her too much.
Enough that she didn't even remember her name.
Oh fuck.
It's Olympia.
It's Olympia! It's Olympia. She calls her Olivia in the book.
Yes.
Olivia.
I'm totally cool for that. I just thought that was funny.
Olivia Smithy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that sounds right. Great strokes. It's like, yeah, that was it. Okay, yeah, and then she just like doodles more detailed drawings of her of her traveling party, of Screg, probably dressed as a rooster as well, and like the mysterious rooster, whoever that is.
Is Screg like crossed out, or like Screg's crossed out? She's like playing along.
Yes,
Yeah.
like, wait, no, yeah. Incorrect. This is the rooster. Different person. And I'm like, Nash and Baz and Pickles and Bastard and Barry and just like everyone just doodling away. Kind of like spending the whole morning doodling, I think. Getting distracted. And just kind of do what I do, where I get so hyper focused on like journaling or doodling that I forgot to eat.
All right. So that is how you spend your first part here.
Mm-hmm.
And as Creek is doing all this, let's move to Nash. Nash, what are you starting this day off with?
You know exactly how he's starting his day.
Yeah, it's coffee.
He gotta have his coffee.
Do not
best
perceive
part
the
of waking
void
up.
until you have had your coffee.
Mm-hmm. What little you can perceive of him, don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me do my thing. Wait, is this the right one? Yeah. Hey.
You critically succeeded. This is such a
Hooray.
great cup of coffee.
He feels so normal.
Yeah. It feels like suddenly, like, all the tension is released. Just knowing that you have completed a case. And I think as you're, like, sipping your coffee in the roadside inn in their little dining area, which is pretty small compared to, like, the Couple Path Pub. But the our good friend who runs it, Hudson Sanders, he comes to collect your cup at the end and goes, I hear that there's some new beans over in the upper market. Is there any particular kind of coffee that you'd like?
Sorry, my first thought was the kind that won't knock me on my ass if I roll bad.
Yeah. You lot seem to be staying around a lot more, so I figured I'd ask.
Oh, I appreciate the thought, but I'm genuinely not particular. I haven't encountered a brew I didn't like yet.
All right. Well, I might go poke around and see what they have. Or, if you like, you could always poke around yourself and see if any flavors catch your fancy.
Oh, well, certainly. I'd love to be of help. You've been a very gracious host to us.
He gives, like, a little nod and cleans up the table.
I think Nash should probably poke around and see what everybody else was up to before he just, like, took off to go shop for coffee.
All right. Next in line, let's go with Pickles. I am literally just going in alphabetical order, by the way, because you're all lined up at the bottom of my screen in alphabetical order.
Ian actually just had to BRB for something.
Oh, okay. Then I will skip ahead to Screg, because he's next in line. We'll double back once Ian's back. Screg, what are you up to today?
Wouldn't Freak be first? It was anyways. Screg is going to see his dear childhood friend whose name I can't remember.
All right. That is Shirax.
He's going to see old Shirax.
I'll type it in the coming from the roadside inn. But yes, you make your way back through the bustle and hustle of the people heading to work.
I'm sorry, we got a long rest, correct?
Yes.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah. This is like the next day.
Okay.
I just didn't hit the button. But yeah. You head back to the Siren's Grotto, which is where you went to go find the pirates when you were looking for your lost dinosaurs way back at the start of all this. It's got a few hungover sailors in here, but you do find Shirax. She is tidying up. And she looks and goes, "Ah! Scrag, you are here! Long time no
Good to see you!
How
I
have
have
you?
thought... Scrag is doing very well. We got someone arrested for doing crimes, so that they don't do any more crimes.
Oh! Excellent. I hope it was not just one of the drunks around here. They're good people. They just,
No. It was, I don't know how much, ongoing court case, probably best to be confidential. He's going to switch to a Ruxy, by the way, so the conversation is private. It was Olympia Smythe.
Oh, that bitch. I hear about her.
Yeah, that bitch. She was doing maybe slavery.
What?
Allegedly.
Allegedly?
Mm-hmm. Allegedly, because it hasn't been proven in court yet, but we have several witnesses and also like an entire paper trail.
That she did it. I don't know what allegedly actually means.
What's the analogous word in Neruxi for allegedly?
I don't know if there is one.
Yes, so Scrag sort of gives the very brief version, and he also brags a little bit about wrestling a drake. Just throws that in there.
I mean, that's one of those cool points kind of things that, like, you'd have to, like, if you met someone from, like, your hometown and,
exactly.
Like, yeah.
Like, it's like, if
hey, this is how I'm doing.
Yeah, if I meet someone from my hometown, I'm gonna mention I'm a lawyer. If Scrag meets someone from his hometown, he's gonna mention he wrestled a drake in the water.
Yeah.
Means he's good at his job.
Yeah, she listens pretty intently. I think when if you give her like a minute of like for her to speak, she like tells you about like some cool pirates that came in, but she like will speak explicitly in Aruxi at the time.
Yeah, we're being very covert about this by speaking a language nobody understands except us.
Yeah.
And Scrag is a lot more eloquent in his native tongue, I would like to imagine.
Yeah. But yeah, this conversation goes on for quite a while. And I think we'll skip back to Pickles, because I think you're back, Ian.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Cool.
So waking up, probably, I have several things that I want to attempt in downtime.
Yeah.
But the first thing I want to attempt, like, pretty much, like, first thing he gets up, before he even leaves his fucking room, let me check, learn, spell, because my timer is done on, one of my spells, which is Thoughtful Gift. I still have another day for Schadenfreude and Floating Disc, but, I can attempt, to learn Thoughtful Gift, and the typical DC as a first level spell would be 15, based off of this stuff, I think. I think we set it at 15.
Yeah. They all have like a specific, it's based off of the spell level.
Mm-hmm.
So that sounds correct. Let me... Where is Learn Spell? Learn a spell. It's right there. There we go. Yeah, what level spell is this? Just a...
It's a first level spell.
Yeah, then it is 15, correct.
Yep, and because I have the magical shorthand feat, it's going to take 10 minutes no matter what.
Cool.
Yeah, my magical shorthand means that it takes me 10 minutes to learn a spell, no matter what.
Cool.
And also, I can't critically fail.
Yay.
So that's a freaking. So yeah, I just set up my book in a room, and it's an Arcana, I think, right?
Correct. If
Yeah.
it is an arcane tradition spell, then it is an Arcana check.
Yes. Okay, gonna give this a go. I'm going to hero point that.
Go for it. Because yikes, dog. That was a 1. Well, it's a number better than 1.
Okay.
Dice are being mean today.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's a 14, so I still cannot learn this spell. So I have another week.
All
I
right.
just cannot crack this spell.
Yeah, your shorthand is just a little too short, and you're like, wait a minute. What does this even mean anymore?
Yeah. What does T mean? Is it the or to or?
You're
Okay,
like,
and he just crumples up the paper and like throws it into the fireplace.
Yeah, you feel like you're so close, but just shorthand's just not working. You need a better system, you think?
Yeah. And actually, with that resolve, actually, he gets down the stairs and he it takes his meal with everyone else, and I think he's actually gonna set out to I think he's probably gonna go to the iron spells because they would probably be the people that would be the closest to giving him access to the crafting facilities he would need for crafting stuff. So he'll if he sees anybody, he'll wave hi and ask them how they're doing and stuff. But he's gonna head over to the iron spells and he's gonna sheepishly knock on the door.
If he's going to the iron spells, Nash would actually probably ask to join him.
Oh yeah, certainly.
Yeah. So the two of you...
He's got this kind of look on his face where you can tell he's up to something, but he hasn't told you what yet.
Alright, so the two of you head over there. You knock on the door and find that it is open. It creaks open, and you see a handful of people milling about. It's not super busy right now, as it's still pretty early in the morning. But you see Blitzy behind the counter, and she looks over at you and goes, "Ah, you two."
Hey, Blitzy. I actually had I wondered if what's the process for renting out a space for any sort of crafting facilities you got? Is that something I'd have to be part of the guild to use, or can I rent it out for an amount of time?
Well, okay, so we do have some rules set up. Rule 1, you have to pay a rental fee to use any of our crafting facilities here for the day. It is a silver a day that you donate to the guild.
Okay.
Any materials that you need extra, you have to buy from us. And you're not allowed to sell anything that you build without becoming a member of the Iron Spells. You can use it to your heart's content, but you cannot sell without additional clearances.
That makes total sense, yeah.
But that's about it.
Okay, so Pickles will pay the silver for the day.
She takes it and puts in a little lockbox.
Knock yourself
Okay.
out.
And I'm gonna get set up, and I'm gonna start by attempting to craft some healing potions. So that's gonna be my day.
All right.
Is Blitzy hanging around?
Yeah, she's milling about, and then she notices that you're still here. She says,
And are you gonna help? Or what do you want, big
Oh no, yeah. Nash would have gone with Pickles, like,
Yeah.
just to go hang out with him. But like, is Blitzy still in like the area where Pickles is working?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm just here to be an extra pair of hands.
Mm-hmm. She's
And
like,
he will. He'll help Pickles out.
okay. She's just like, she trusts Pickles, but she's not quite sure about the tall one. So she's like hanging around, bustling a bit, organizing things, and just keeping an eye out. Okay, and as that's going on, we'll cut to Vaz.
Yes, hello. Vaz, I think, just wants to do some shopping.
All right. Where would she like to shop?
Hold on, I need to figure out how much money I have, actually.
Yeah.
Or I just start going crazy.
How's she doing for funds?
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. Mostly what I think I'm looking for is I want to see if anybody else has those theater blood kits.
Yeah. So I had put something together here. Where did I put them? Put them somewhere on the map. I put them in the... Which market did I put them in? It's been I did this yesterday. Where are they? Ah, there they are. So you make your way across the big bridges that head to the Trade Winds Island, the Five Winds Island, I should say. And you see all kinds of like expensive stores set up here, but you find your way through your smoozing towards a theatrical supply store called Thanis's Theatrics. You see what looks to be a hairless cat, but man-shaped, behind the counter. In a cute little vest, he's bustling about. And he sees you walk in and goes, "Ah, hello, hello."
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I am excellent, my dear. What can I do you for? Are you with the Actors Guild, or are you hear about the latest and greatest play that's coming by? I hear they will need supplies.
Unfortunately, I am not with the Actors Guild, but I have heard of the play coming through. You should definitely go see it.
Oh, it sounds amazing.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, Sarah's just has eyes on this for the first time, so I'm just looking at things.
Yep. Yeah, you wander around and you see there's all kinds of like cosmetics kits and different costumes and the different consumables, like a smoke fan and a smoke ball. But you do see that they do have the fake blood packets that you so love to use.
Yeah, I think we're going to buy 5 blood packs. And I have got my eyes on this emergency disguise thing.
Yes. And he smiles as you like eyeball this, and he goes, "Ah, yes, you can affix this to any armor. You tie this red ribbon around your neck, and creates a bit of a disguise. You can impersonate without taking the time to assemble a convincing disguise first. It's big hit with bit part players.
Well, I've never considered myself a bit part player, but you know, sometimes we have to let someone else take center stage.
It's true.
Yeah, Sarah is trying to remember how to buy things.
You should just be able to click and drag them onto your sheet.
Okay. There we go. Buy. Helps if I turn numlock on.
Oh, numlock.
Okay, so that's 53 gold? Because I don't think it took it out automatically.
It should've, yeah. Double check. Oh, Foundry, you so silly. Oh, that's the problem. I set this as loot rather than a merchant. That's on me.
Okay, no problem. So I think that was 53 gold. 'Cause
Yeah.
I got 5 things at 10 and then that.
Yep, that makes
And
sense.
I think I also want to grab the smoke fan.
Alright, it should work now.
Yeah, that looks like that worked. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that will do us for now. That way Vaz can Felix the cat stuff when appropriate.
Yeah.
Just reaches into her bag of tricks.
Excellent.
Yeah, and like that's pretty much all that I had planned. I feel like I had something else I wanted to do, but I have thought about it like all weekend. I cannot remember.
It be like that sometimes. But boop. And so yeah, Vaz did her shopping. So we'll go back to Creek. You've spent the morning journaling on the first day of this downtime.
Mm-hmm. She kind of like stops abruptly because her stomach is gargling. She's like, "Oh, right, food is important." So she's gonna head on over to the Cobblepath pub.
Yeah, and you catch the lunch rush. People are heading back and forth, talking. There's a big cheer, like bubbling energy inside the pub as you eat. Gabrielle brings you the special. Some hearty potatoes and meat and some vegetables.
Nice. Just what she wants. Heck yeah. She kind of people watches and like eavesdrops on the hustle and bustle while she's just eating and chilling.
Yeah.
Does she hear any interesting hubbub?
Yeah, you do hear people talking about Olympia's arrest and how some people are a little confused by it. Some people are just like, "Oh no, I met her at a store. She was a bitch."
Oh yeah, she was a Karen. Yeah, she did
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah. And especially in this kind of neighborhood, nobody would have been friends with her. All they knew is that she was from the upper ward, and the general consensus is like, "Oh yeah, finally somebody took her down a peg."
Yeah, just like Creek's just like listening in and just kind of like seeing what
Hello?
whatever.
Can you hear me?
Thinking. Oh, you there, Dan?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I was
you
having
good?
issues with my mic. I apologize for interrupting.
No, you're totally good. You're totally good. Yeah, you can hear us now? Yo. Is all good?
Dan?
Hello?
Sorry, what was that?
You good?
We're just confirming if you were good.
Yeah, I'm good. What's up?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, no worries. Alright, so Creek is just listening in and just like kind of eavesdropping on people.
Yeah. And I think one other key piece of information that catches your ear is somebody mentions that they saw over in the foreign embassies that somebody was setting up one of the empty buildings. People were like working to make it presentable.
Like
for traveling,
Okay.
somebody traveling to become a ambassador.
Interesting. Okay. He kind of like hones in on that conversation unless they have anything else to talk about. But that piqued my interest. Is piqued.
Yeah. The general conversation goes, oh yeah, that building's been empty for ages. We haven't had an elven ambassador in probably a couple decades.
Interest is double peaked. And she's just like, she's almost to the point where she's like stopped eating and she's just like staring at it.
Yeah. I think at some point they notice that you're staring at them and like try to turn away from you to avoid being stared at.
Like, oh, oops. She just snaps out of it and she'll pay her tab and she'll head on over to that embassy. That's out over by the by the Five Winds? Or where's that?
It's past where the Iron Spells is, up where it says well, I don't even know if it's on the map for you, but by the Seafoam Inn. They're like across the street from there.
Oh, gotcha. Oh yeah, the foreign embassy. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna head on over that way.
Yeah. And you in fact see that one of the buildings seems to be in the process of renovation. People are getting it prepared. The dust is happening, new furniture's going in.
It just like kind of wanders around and like she's just like asking one of the like people, be like, hey, what's all the hubbub?
Ah! We're setting up the embassy, apparently. We got word from Safhalis. They're opening up communications again. Can you believe that? They've been isolationists for so long, and we haven't even had an ambassador here for as long as I can remember.
Do you know when they'll be here by any chance, or?
I heard they're gonna be here next month. We gotta get this place shipshape before then.
Very interesting.
Yeah, your kin has they've trapped themselves off for so long that we've only been able to trade with the one port. It's really quite surprising. You wouldn't happen to know anything about it.
No, not as much as you do at this point.
Huh. Well, that's a shame. Nobody will tell us what's going on.
So you're all in the dark as well, huh?
We just clean. We just set up. The people in charge, I don't even know if they know.
That's very good information. Thank you. I am as looking forward to this as everyone else, it seems.
Yeah, stop by. when we got it all set up. I'd love to hear your opinion.
Yes, curious. Creek is gonna make a note of that. Be like, next month, come on in. Make sure next month go to this place. Don't forget.
Yeah. Star it.
Star it.
Highlight
on it.
Yeah, underline it.
This is a flag event.
All right. And Nash, you followed Pickles to the Iron Spells.
Give me 1 second. I just found a shiny Golett.
It's Pokemon Go Fest, everybody. Do you have your Pokemon?
Hello, listeners. I'm once again playing during a Niantic event. Don't mind me.
Valid, it's a shiny. Get that shiny.
Okay.
Dude.
Okay.
Nice.
It's okay. I think I just auto-played
so
a YouTube
Nash-
video in the background earlier.
Whoops.
Oh no.
To be fair, I don't think we heard it, or at least I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't hear it either, so.
Okay, so Nash he's gonna be legitimately helping Pickles out, just whatever he needs an extra pair of hands for, like hand me this, hand me that, whatever. He is going to very, very discreetly just kind of like keeping an eye on Blitzy, and at some point when he notices that like her back is turned even for a moment, Nash is gonna look at Pickles and give him a very, very pointed look of play along. Like that's what he's gonna try to communicate. And then he's just like, I imagine they've been just idly chit-chatting a little bit while Pickles works, and he's gonna very
Pickles
casually just say, yeah?
To be clear, Pickles in the middle of this, he is not focused enough on what Nash is doing to say no. He is fucking... It looks like Pickles is the least comfortable and the most out of his element he's been in a long, long time. It looks like he's very clearly not the most comfortable with alchemist tools and stuff, and he's just kind of like giving non-committal answers and sort of just playing along, so like he's not in any position to not yes and next.
Okay, good, I sure hope so, because Nash is just ever so casually going to drop, you know, Pickles, I still can't believe the other day when you said that the airship just wasn't that impressive.
Yeah, and it was it sure wasn't.
Blitzy's ears like perk up. She looks directly at Pickles. Squints.
You don't find
Shells,
any
what are you
marvel
doing?
at all,
Shells,
is it?
what are you doing to my son?
Nothing. He's just a participant. It's fine. Really though, you don't find any marvel at all in the magical mechanisms of however it stays aloft.
No. Hand me the pliers.
He'll hand them over.
No.
You little vinegar-filled little pustule.
And she stomps over.
What do you mean you don't think the airship is impressive? It is one of the greatest feats of alchemy I've ever seen in my entire life. Flying is one thing. You're small. I can throw you and you will fly. But having a whole ship fly, that thing's huge.
Nash is just nodding along. Maybe it's simply because he doesn't understand the alchemy behind it. Maybe if he did.
She kind of like crosses her arms and stomps her foot a little bit.
Well, I don't even understand the alchemy behind it. Bernice Spice put it together. She is a genius. Genius!
Look! And she points to a handful of these little mechanical goblins that are wandering around. She goes,
She built those. Look at them. She's a genius.
Well, I mean, yeah.
He's not even
he's
paying
not
attention.
intending to be so non-committal,
He's
but I
just
imagine
not
he
paying
seems
attention.
so kind of blasé about it that is even worse.
Yeah.
He's always like He's always like this. He just gets it. He just. There's nope.
No, and she just stomps off.
Pickles is not paying
Any
any attention.
Yep.
None whatsoever. He has no idea what he's agreed to.
Yeah.
Nash, can you give the bellows a pump?
Of course. And he's going to continue helping, and like, while Blitzy is stomped off, his shadow is going to give a little thumbs up,
Yeah.
whether he sees it or not.
Does not.
Totally
at
not.
one point, he might like casually make the mention of like, oh, where'd Blitzy go? Anyway,
Yeah.
like he's. This is years of like, if nothing else, Nash can tell that this is so completely not his jam, and it might occur to Nash that this might be part of why he was he turned to an alternate form of study in his hometown. It's just because he's dog shit at alchemy.
Yeah. And speaking of, Pickles, what are you trying to build, and what are you going to roll for it? Crafting, I'm assuming.
So that being said, because a healing potion is actually a magical crafting and not an alchemy, eventually he does kind of, as he realizes that he can put the arcane, do this with arcane stuff instead of, alchemical stuff, he eventually becomes a lot better, but there's certainly an amount of time of him, like, trying to put the square peg in the round hole, as it were.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be crafting my 4 minor healing potions. I believe I can just hit the craft button here in the foundry?
You should be able to, and it should roll?
Yeah.
I
Roll.
tried to make my witch a crafter, and that quickly fell off after she died horribly.
Well, that's a 26.
Yeah, so that's a success.
So it's giving me oh, that's very handy. It tells me how many days until no additional cost. So I can reduce the amount by a certain number of days by 8. Because I critically succeeded, I can reduce the amount by 8 silver pieces per day. So if I work on this for another day, I can basically, I think I'd like to work on it for one more day.
Yeah.
So I'll need to, basically, if I work for one more day, I would be paying 8 gold pieces. I would be basically paying 15 gold pieces and 2 silver.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll deduct an additional. There's no option to not to do a variable amount. So yeah, I'm gonna do 2 days of crafting, this day and one more day. So that's I already lost the 8, so that's an additional 7 gold and 2 silver.
Yeah.
Okay. And we now have I now have 6 a total of 6 minor healing potions. I just made us 4 fucking healing potions. That's pretty neat.
That's pretty neat.
That actually worked pretty well with the rolls and stuff.
Yeah.
Although I will actually need to deduct an additional 1 silver for using the forge, so for the second day. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, you tinker away and you create some healing potions.
After 2 days, but
Yeah. Alright, Scrag. You spent some time talking to Shurax.
Having tea, catching up with an old friend.
Yeah, And at a certain point, it does start to get a little busy in here, and so she has to excuse herself and start tending to the lunch rush, basically.
Yeah, and Scrag is going to respect her work schedule and go and look wistfully into the distance. And then contemplate and turn to Gertie and say, I swore I would never put on the mask again.
No, you didn't.
Oh. Okay, so immediately, Scrag goes and he's gonna get into the rooster costume with Gertie. And, sorry, that just destroyed me, Leanne.
I was gonna make the joke, but I'm so happy that Gertie did. I'm so insanely happy.
Yeah, so,
My brain immediately went to Invader Zim, the Gur going,
No, you didn't.
so that's where my brain
then.
went.
Scrag. Fully clad in the... I'm a little lightheaded. I have to stop for a second.
You're all good.
Scrag... Scrag is going to go and don his rooster costume and take up the feathered mantle once more. As he whisks away. I don't think that's a verb. He whisks away to find the guys.
The guys.
Yeah, the guys.
Yeah, Fleetfoot.
Fleetfoot and Raven.
Yeah. So you head down into the underground. You stumble into one of the lower underground markets. People are milling about. And immediately...
I'm slinking around, but I'm, not doing a very good job because my costume's very brightly colored.
Yeah, people clock you immediately and give you suspicious looks, but eventually you feel a tap on your shoulder, and there is the buff little halfling with his hair spiked back. He, has his hands on his hips and goes, I hear what you did. Good job.
Thank you, citizen.
Now, let's make our way to see Raven. She's very interested in seeing you.
Away we go.
And he leads you down through some of the tunnels down here. It's not always a pleasant smell, but eventually you stumble into a boarded up little area, and Fleetfoot does a knock on the door in a pattern, and then he stops and then does another knock in a pattern, and then makes a bird noise, and then the door opens.
Is the what bird noise is it, may I ask? The call of the rooster.
People just wandered in and stared at me.
We're in the middle of something very important,
This is
guys.
very important. Oh. But yes, the door opens, you wander in, and you see a handful of people with rat tattoos on their neck. And you see a gray-skinned tiefling with short black hair. And I'm just going to show you, actually. I have a picture. Show it to all players. Let's go.
Ooh.
Here is Fleetfoot
Oh,
and
nice.
Raven. She has, a shirt that goes off her shoulder and a corset and brown pants. She's dressed kind of simply, but she gives a smile as she sees you all walk in and goes, Ah, here is our rooster. She waltzes over. Very, elegantly. Her tail swishing back and forth. Hello. You are the
Hello.
the rooster. She's trying not
And
to
you-
laugh.
And you are the Raven.
Correct.
Bird names.
Bird names.
You have less feathers than I expected.
Yeah, well, mine's just a moniker. It's more about my hair, and she, shows her black hair. kind of between her fingers.
Greg nods very solemnly and seriously. He's taking this very seriously.
And she is not. She, like, plops down on a pile of, like, barrels and cushions that are kind of awkwardly set up. It is really ramshackle in here. So you took care of Olympia. Good job.
He's now paying for her crimes.
I trust you will
God, that's
not...
really rough on my throat.
Yeah. I trust you will not parlay this information to anybody else, because I will certainly kill you if you do. Our location is to be kept secret.
Greg nods. I mean, the rooster nods. Shit. The rooster can keep a secret.
Mm-hmm.
And so can Chickadee. And then Scrag, like, pets Gertie on the head.
My, that is adorable. So you took care of Olympia. I hear you want to know about Eden more.
No, thank you. I've already had breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Very funny.
I've been saving that one for a while, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, unfortunately, the Tempest is not a very funny topic.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure she's killed some people.
Some! Yes. As I'm sure you've grasped, she is the leader of the River Rats currently. One of the 3 shadow guilds. We all here were part of the River Rats as well. At least we were. We always saw ourselves as free of the strict rules that the regular guilds provided. I was once part of the trade guild, but it was just so much. All the rules and paperwork. And they would not even let us bring in Thotzarella? Like...
Oh my god, that ban is ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous.
It's just good cheese that makes you hallucinate a bit.
A little bit. But
It's a good time.
with the River Rats, we could go where we want. Sell what we wanted. No strings attached. The only thing we had to do was pay our dues to Eden Moore, the Tempest. Then suddenly, things went wrong. Eden started dabbling in being cargo. Orcs, goblins, humans, if she could get her hands on them. A lot of us, well, we're bad people, but we're not that bad. We all draw a line somewhere. I'm all here for a little bit of hallucinogenics, but come on. People are people.
Slavery's pretty fucked up, no matter what your kind of ideology is. We kind of draw a big line in front of that.
Yes, and it seems
I've
Eden didn't see that line anymore when she saw the dollar signs attached to it.
That's pretty fucking disgusting. Pardon my language.
Well, good old Red Bonnie felt the same. She took a stand against her old captain. Told her no good would come from going down such a path. After all, there is, as you said, some lines even smugglers should not cross. And she slit Bonnie's throat and left her for dead. If that orc cleric hadn't been nearby, she would be dead for sure. But, thankfully, some kind of divine interjection happened, I suppose. And Bonnie left to find her own way free of the guild. And, started fighting back against Eden. Taking on some of her, her ships and taking the cargo away. This, of course, pissed off Eden. Which, resulted in Olympia Smythe putting out a bounty on dear Bonnie's head. I think she got around that somehow. People think she's dead now, but she's not. Anyways. Many of us left along with Bonnie. But we must remain in hiding, or Eden will come down on us. And we're looking for a way to take her out. Hoping to find a way back to the way things were before.
I think I may have a team
Oh.
able to complete this mission.
Yes, she may have lost Olympia, which is her biggest supplier, but I doubt this will stop Eden in her tracks. In fact, she may put a target on all of your heads next. So,
Yes.
might want to keep out an eye for that. After all, you
But with
locked
her-
away her cash cow.
But with her main source of income interrupted, she'll become desperate, perhaps reckless. And that is when we shall trap the fox in the hen house. No, wait, that isn't how that metaphor goes. We'll trap the fox so it can't get in the hen house. Yeah. That.
Interesting. Well, perhaps you may be able to help us. In that we are planning to make a move against her. I'll give you one very key piece of information. There sounds like a traveling play will be in town soon. And despite everything, Eden is a big fan of musicals.
Oh.
It may be one of the few times you get her out in the open, so to say.
Are we gonna ruin Vaz's fiance's play?
I think we knew before now that we were going to.
I mean, I figured it was gonna get ruined, but I didn't figure we'd be the ones to do it.
I didn't think we were gonna have to John Wilkes Booth someone. It's oh boy.
As she sees the expression change on her face, on your face, she kind of smirks and goes, "No, I wouldn't be so gauche to do it in the theater. They wouldn't. They don't let weapons in there. But perhaps we could find a way to track her, see where she's coming from."
And this hit you're putting out on her, if we were to complete it successfully, what would that mean for the river rats?
It'd mean they would lose their leader and be in desperate need of a new one. I'm hoping to take center stage, so to speak.
And how do I know that you won't endeavor to continue these criminal enterprises?
Well, I can guarantee there will be still criminal enterprises.
I mean, I appreciate the honesty, if nothing else.
But no. And she, moves her shirt to the other side, and you see a huge scar on her other shoulder going down her chest. This is what she does to people that stand against her. I would not sustain such an injury if I felt like I would participate in the same disgusting vile acts that she would.
I'm sorry she stole your kidney.
That's not where my... Alright, never mind.
Human biology confused... or tiefling biology?
I mean, my father was human.
Tiefling biology, human biology confuses me.
Regardless, I'm not sure what else you would need to verify that, but we wouldn't be here if we stood with her.
What help will you give us in completing this task?
We can at least keep her lackeys occupied. So it's just you against her. Just make sure you do it somewhere out of the open.
All right, no pressure. Whew.
Now, do you have any more questions?
I guess, how do we get her alone? How do we track her down? I don't... Is she someone who makes herself particularly scarce? Wasn't she just at a party or something?
She was at a party. But, again, I think you've spooked her. Even just a little.
Whoops.
She won't be, gallivanting around the city. I mean, she doesn't, usually. But even
Olympia
then,
must have been drawing her out.
Olympia was paying her.
Hmm. All
But
right.
How you go about it, how you draw her out, that's up to you. Just give us a... Again, I suspect she will be out for the play, but beyond that, all we can provide is support.
We are committed then. We are going to take out Eden Moore.
Excellent! Now be a darling and make your way out of here. And again, if you tell anybody where we are, I will kill you.
I'm not going to tell anyone where we are. I just have one last question.
Yes?
How exactly are we... Is there a way we can prove Eden Moore has... Like, is this on the record? Do we already know that she's done these crimes? Or do we have to, like, gather evidence? Or can we just, like, off her?
You don't need to gather evidence to off somebody. You gather evidence to arrest somebody.
Oh, boy. Pickles ain't gonna like this one. I mean, Scrag doesn't say that in character, obviously. Scrag is just like, shit. Maybe I won't. Like, we could, like, I'll talk to my team.
Well, in about 2 weeks, give me an answer. If you don't want to, that's fine. But things will
Scrag will
happen
nod.
with or without you.
Scrag will nod and do a flourish with his cape, and then very conspicuously leave.
Excellent. All right. Vaz, what are you up to?
Oh boy. I have no idea.
If you...
I guess she's just kind of... Go ahead.
I was just going to say, if you want a suggestion, Vaz is a noble. She could spend some time schmoozing with the upper crust to raise reputation.
Yeah, that sounds like an idea.
Yeah.
I assume I have to roll?
Yeah, let's roll society to see where she ends up.
Yeah.
Society.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah, she she finds herself in the upper district and finds herself frequenting like a cafe and gets talking with the locals and starts to introduce herself to some of the other upper echelon around here that she has not met during like Olympia's party. And basically starts to establish herself as someone for like a traveling noble from Udria, and the girl to know.
Heck, yuck.
Yeah.
I love the sound of that. Quick question.
Yeah.
The it girl.
Does the cafe sell like little pastries?
Heck, yeah, they do.
Vaz would like to pick up some petit fours for everybody.
Yeah. Cool.
Do we want to call that like
Yeah, we're
gold or something?
Yeah, we're getting into like longer stretches here, where like day to day, you'll probably spend time doing that unless anything else comes up.
Yeah.
And all right, let's circle around again. Creek, was there anything else you wanted to do, like broader termed?
I was thinking like, need anything for supplies and stuff.
You could like go hunting outside the city.
Yeah.
To be honest, that does sound kind of fun. I was like either gonna do that or like probably go hunting in the woods and stuff.
You should invite Scrag.
Does Greg wanna go hunting? Does Greg already wanna go hunting?
Hell yeah, we want to go hunting.
Aw, yeah, do you wanna go hunting with me?
Yeah.
You come across a shell-shocked Scrag and like immediately go, hell yeah, content.
Yeah.
The two of you make...
He's
Yeah, go ahead.
when he sees Gert, he's like kind of like shell-shocked from being told he's gonna have to murk. Like, he's killed people before, but he hasn't been part of like an assassination plot, and he realizes how fucking in over his head he's gotten with this alter ego shit. Like, and it's all hit him at once. And the moment he sees Creek, he like immediately tears off the costume. He's like tucks it away and hides it. It's like, hey, what's up? Hi.
Oh, sorry, I thought I saw some kind of costumed hero, but no, I must be
This is crazy.
Adjusted. Oh, hello, Scrag. I was just about to go into the woods and hunt. Would you like to join me?
I would be honored.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so we head to the woods.
Yeah.
And
Girls just wanna have fun.
Yeah, the two of you could roll some survival to see how well you do.
Okie dokie.
Where's my survival boy? There they are. Oop. Yes, I am trained in that, thank you.
I got 17.
Okay.
I got a 3. Oh, but that turns into a 10. I'm rusty.
Yeah. Creek, really, you are a little distracted from the thought of the elven ambassador coming to town. But, Scrag, you managed to scrounge up a handful of things. Some foxes and some rabbits.
Greg comes back and he's got like a fully roasted rabbit on a stick with like a garnish and everything.
Ooh.
And he's gonna give some of it to Creek.
Yeah, Creek is
Sorry, unless
a
you need me to
little-
like roll for cooking.
Nah, we won't do that.
That's fine, that's fine. Yeah, because
Yeah.
like Creek is kind of distracted a little bit, and then she goes, "Oh, thank you," and she nibbles absentmindedly on it.
Where do you go?
Hmm?
Where do you go when you're not hanging out with us? Like, you seem to be going around and doing adventures.
I just go. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I feel like I can't be at one place. It just, something about it makes me feel like I need to not be there. You know what I mean? Like it's like, if I stay at one place, I'm not moving forward. I don't know where I'm going towards. So I just keep going.
I get it.
You do?
Scrag left his homeland to try and find a way to fix it, but is beginning to realize that this may not really be working. I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually solve the problem. I might just be wandering around.
At least you're actively doing something.
But am I
Isn't
doing
that-
enough?
That should be enough. You don't have to fix this big problem, Scrag. But the fact that you're trying is good enough.
Thank you.
You have a good head on your shoulders, Scrag.
Thank you. And Scrag is gonna give Creek a big hug. And then like lift her up a bit because he's really, really big.
Yeah, exactly. She's like,
This is
But yeah,
how this is how mammalians show affection, is this correct?
pat. She just pats the back.
Ah, this must be the non-verbal communication Scrag heard about. Hey, he'll put Creek down. Scrag is apologizing if he has violated Creek's personal space.
Oh no, it is okay. I'm still used to different cultures, or still trying to get used to different cultures than my own. Maybe that's why I like traveling so much. I get to experience so many different things.
Well, if I continue my travels after I have saved my island, I would like to keep traveling with you. You seem like a very smart person, and also very safe, and also good at killing dangerous things.
Yeah, I can add that to my resume.
You have a resume?
Yeah, trying to get into finance.
Fine.
that's the secret story of Freak. She wants a 401k.
She wants to be an accountant.
So she has so much fucking money.
You gotta invest her not money.
She's investing twigs.
You'll have a whole blog one day.
Oh my god.
Stocks on rocks are going wild right now. Buy myself
This is what happens when you let the comic relief characters wander off together.
Yeah, wasn't there a rule where we were not supposed to wander off together?
Possibly.
It's fine.
Yep. So yeah, you spend the day hunting. All right. And Nash, you kind of let Pickles do his thing. You help out, but it seems really zeroed in on creating all kinds of potions. After you saw Blitzy storm off, she doesn't really come back right away. Eventually, she comes back and sits awkwardly at the front desk, looking kind of miffed.
As soon as she comes back, Nash is going to jump in as though they'd been having this conversation, and just go, "Oh, well, now you're being truly outlandish, Pickles. You can't possibly believe that wizardry would have been a more efficient way to construct an airship."
I mean, wizardry's pretty good.
She sticks her fingers in her ear and goes, la, 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 la.
Maybe if I ignore them, they'll go away.
Well, there really is one good way to quash this. You could show him the plans and he will see exactly how efficient the alchemy is.
I don't have access to the plans. Only Bernice has access to the plans. And she says this is a waste of time to interact with people whose brains are small.
Pickles Pickles is sort of quietly is as the first time he's sort of really hearing is the rest of me is small too.
Small brain, little tiny. Not smart. Never been smart.
Big brain full of smarts making potions.
Anybody can make potions. Yeah.
Well, as
You would be
Bernice
mad at me.
around,
He'd be
you
like,
could
I had to
act
wait to
after
get
all.
to fucking level. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Pickles, it would be meta to say, but Pickle would be like, I had to wait to get to fucking level 3 before I can make potions.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's a recipe. You follow the recipe. It's like making a cocktail.
Let's see, neither of us drink, it would kill us.
She squints and goes,
You just gotta add a little bit. Just don't do it and fireworks at the same time. We've established this.
Aye, fireworks.
Well, is Bernice around? You could simply ask.
She's upstairs. I did ask. That's why I went upstairs. And she said that communicating with lower life forms is beyond her purview.
Maybe she could talk to Bastard. Level life forms, what are you talking about? You can see Pickles is kind of starting to realize that he's in this conversation. Hold on, yeah, wait, what? Lower life forms? What the hells?
Bernice thinks wizards are lower life forms.
Well, That don't make no sense to me. Nash, we get the... Okay, Nash, the potions are brewing. I can go up there and talk to this Bernice if you want to come with.
I don't see why not. After all, she has insulted your craft.
Yeah, let's go. Let's talk to this Bernice. See what's got her looking all so high and mighty.
So you walk
Now
up.
that you step, yeah. As they walk upstairs, as they're going, Pickles kind of like asks Nash, like, by the way, why is Blitzy mad at me?
Oh, that might be my fault. I'll explain later.
Okay, sure.
So yeah, you walk up the stairs, knock on a door that has a plaque that says Bernice Spice on it. And the door violently like rips open and there's a woman with wild red hair, goggles on her face, soot everywhere. What do you want?
I heard you were talking shit.
I don't talk shit, I talk the truth. Now what do you want? Who are you? What's going on?
I am a wizard, ma'am.
Oh. Uh-huh. You're the one that Blitzy was talking about. I do not care what you have to say about my airship. I'm not showing you the plans because you are shit-talking it.
Well, listen, I don't see what my profession has to do with any of that. I think that kind of thing comes down to a matter of professional opinion.
No, the thing is, the airship plans are top secret, and I do not have to concern myself with the opinions of others on that fact.
Sounds to me like you're just a little afraid that of seeing someone scrutinize your plans and the inefficiencies within the system. You know, that's how you get faulty products, is you don't let other people peer review them.
No, that's how you get your design stolen and taken off to different foreign lands. The last thing I want is airship battles. This is how you get airship wars. You understand? Everybody will be wanting an airship, and then they'll strap guns to it. Can you imagine guns on my ship?
I mean, if I can take an aside here, let's be completely honest with ourselves. I don't think that any specific invention is. I think that I don't. I genuinely mean this in the nicest way possible. No invention is a singular invention is the kind of thing that will really make or break a country's desire to go to war with another country. We both know this. They're gonna strap guns and magic and stuff to whatever they can find.
Yes, which is why I do not want them doing it to my airships.
I mean, let's be honest though. Like, if your airships are your own unique design, if someone were to like conduct some like industrial espionage, like if they're your design and you're the one who developed them, like there's a certain touch to it that a person creating an individual thing will have to it. Like, it could never be as good as yours. Plus, it would also have already all the vulnerabilities to it if such vulnerabilities existed. I'm just saying, I think that the spread of free knowledge of knowledge freely is part of what, you know, contributes to the craft of an advancement of knowledge. And I think that the misuse of such things by people who use it for war comes down to an ethical concern rather than an actual, you know, a question of inventive capabilities and those kind of things. Like, those are two separate discussions to me, is whether or not, you know, the creation of the thing and then the ethical use of the thing are two separate things that you have to monitor, you know, fully, completely, and the onus for both is on you, but I don't think that conflating one with the other is really helpful here.
Nash, are you hanging around or are you sneaking in? Well, this whole conversation happens, because this could go on for a while.
I think he's sneaking in.
Pickles has a lot of feelings about the ethics of technology and its use.
Yep.
Because Ian has a lot of feelings about the ethical use of technology.
Yep. And
Can you tell that this is a thing I've thought about in real life?
oh yeah, Bernice does too, but hers is like, my shit, do not take. And she is very protective about it.
I'm sorry, I low-key, like, halfway through that went like, holy shit, Ian, go off.
It's so good. I was like,
It was a
is
really, really good rant.
I was like, is he going to take a breath? A breath?
No breath required.
I have a lot of feelings about ethics and computer science, okay?
Ian, do you want to, like, teach, like, an ethics class or something?
no.
Like, for programmers or something?
God, no, I took one of those in college, and they were some of the stupidest motherfuckers I've ever sat in a class with.
Oh my god.
It was amazing.
Okay, I found the button I need to click. Hang on.
Yeah.
He's made it in. He's crept in through the shadows. And, it's not investigation in this game, it's perception.
Correct.
Can he do a quick looky-loo and see anything vaguely plan-shaped that could also pertain to airships?
Yeah, roll me some perception.
Yeah, and I'm waiting on Foundry. There it goes.
Oh, yeah, that. There is a lot of stuff in here, and you can't make out any of it.
No, that ain't it. I've come too far. Hang on.
There we
go. Like, there's a brief flash of, like, being overwhelmed as you look at all the stuff and go, and then Harold points to a drawer that it has a big old lock on it that looks very top secret.
At this point, like, I feel like Pickles and Bernice have gotten, like, we're, like, a smidge below shouting at each other about patents and the military-industrial complex.
Yeah.
It's like a simmering, like, family dinner almost.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I also feel like there's an element of, like, both Pickles and Bernice inarguably realize that the other actually knows what the hell they're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, like, there's an angry sort of respect to it.
Yeah. Like, you definitely understand why Bernice doesn't want her plans out there. But also,
It's
she
like either...
definitely understands where you're coming from, but they're both, like, planting their feet in the sand about this.
Uh-huh. I am devastated by the fact that I had to use my hero point for the thing I have plus 10 in, and not the thing that I have plus 2 in, but, you know. Okay, first of all, does this lock look magical in any respect, or does it just look like big old lock?
Big old lock.
Okay. Big old lock, big old tumblers, easy to pick. That logic checks out, right? Nash is gonna find out. Ooh, fingies crossed. Oh, I'll take that all day long.
Yeah. While this argument has come to a fever pitch, you click in with your lockpicks, and it snaps open. And sure enough, there looks to be airship plans in there.
Okay, Nash is going to try to carefully pinpoint, like, specifically the part with the stones that cause the levitation.
Yeah. The, like, key part of it. And you find that pretty easily.
And he's going to take out his tiny clockwork goggles.
Oh, hell yeah.
That grant low light vision and definitely don't have any other implied mechanic within their flavor text. And he's going to just put them little goggles on, look very intently at the area that he needs on the plans, and just click through those lenses real quick. All right. Are they still like screaming at each other at this point?
They sure
Yeah,
are.
Pickle's at the point where he's like throwing up his hands, like, why invent anything then? Why do anything? If you're so afraid.
I think about that myself.
He's going to take that opportunity to do, like, perhaps the slightly noisier bits of replacing everything, close drawer, click lock. And we're going to try to slide right back out of there.
Yeah.
Okay, do I need one more stealth roll?
Let's stealth to get right back out.
Yeah. Slide right back out in the shadows. I'm sorry, there's the page I needed. Okay. One more, you can do it.
I'm donating
Can't
my
do
hero
it.
point.
Go for it.
Oh
He's also going to volunteer to do that.
Hey, yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, you like
Okay.
slip right
Okay.
beside Pickles as she feverishly goes, "Just get out of my office!" and she slams the door closed on your faces.
Pickles will look at Nash and he'll say, well, she seemed nice.
Quite. This was a very fruitful endeavor. Thank you. We
What?
should go apologize to Blitzy, though.
Wait, what do you mean fruitful? Like,
Oh,
I didn't
never
know you-
mind. Never mind all that. Come along, dear friend.
I get the sense I've been sold the bill of goods. Anyway.
I'll explain it all when you're older.
What do we need to apologize to Blitzy for about again?
Oh, just some implications of the comparisons between Madrid and alchemy.
Okay,
To
lady,
be
you're
fair,
gonna
it
have
is
to...
likely an argument that you would have had and likely have had before, but I did fan the flames a bit.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to walk that back and explain it to me in a little more detail later, because, yeah, You scare me sometimes.
Oh, only sometimes. I'll take that.
So we get back, and Pickles will apologize for as he finds agreeing with Nash.
Yeah, as Nash will just kind of be solemnly nodding, like, yes, he took it too far, he understands.
Good. I'm glad Bernice was able to talk some sense into you.
So, yeah, that being said, am I okay to leave these simmering here till tomorrow? I should be able to pick them up tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, and he'll pay in advance the additional 1 silver for the use of the thing tomorrow.
Good.
Yeah, and that's
Well
that's
then,
Pickles' that's Pickles' next day sorted as well.
Yep.
Yeah, Nash will just say, well then, since that's all done and dusted, join me in the upper markets. I have another errand to run before we return to our
Sure, I
cozy
mean you
inn.
came and helped me out with my stuff. It's only fair. Also, can we pause for a quick second? I want Ian the player wants to highlight that we saved the city from a slave trading tax evader, and literally the next day we're contemplating an assassination, and we're doing industrial espionage.
Yep.
To his credit, if that's the word you want to use, Nash has been planning this industrial espionage since the day he entered the city. He was just waiting for an opportunity.
Yep.
For what it's worth, Scrag really doesn't want to go through with that.
Oh yeah.
He's a little bit he realized just how in over his head he is, even if it's someone who, like...
We're gonna find a way to goof it up and do something else anyway. It's fine.
Probably.
Raven was just trying to walk you into it, but like you don't have to.
We got other options.
Yeah.
She's
Apart
definitely Wiedenmoor is definitely coming for you, but you know, you don't have to kill her.
to be fair, Raven only threatened to kill you if you tell anyone where they are. So, like,
Yeah.
if you don't do the job, it's fine. There's zero
Yeah.
consequences established in canon.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just
look,
it's just a question of like she thought we were cool with killing a guy.
Oh,
She
yeah.
thought we were cool.
Yeah, 100%. She's like, hey, this will
it's more
benefit
just
both of us.
like, look, again, Scragg's a soldier. He's not an assassin. This is not. He realized just how in over his head he truly is.
No, yeah, and I kind of dig it. I mean, again, we might not have a choice in the matter.
That's true. Okay, we're getting too meta. I apologize.
Anyway,
Do we need to cut to another turn and come back?
Perhaps. Vaz is just
To be fair-
smoozing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just schmoozing. Literally, all that I have left planned for Vaz for the end of the day is to show up at the inn and be like, I brought Petit Fours, and just hang out with everybody. Like,
Yeah.
that's it.
Sounds nice.
Alright.
So yeah, Creek. So there may. Can I tell you a secret?
Yes, anything, Scrag.
Sorry, I should have asked
Oh,
Leanne
no,
if it was
no.
okay to
Let's
come
do
back to
this.
us.
Let's do this.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So, you know that handsome costumed vigilante, the Rooster?
Well, yes, I've been hearing whispers about this rooster. Have not met him.
Scragg's gonna take out the costume from his pack and say, "You are to tell no one."
Freak is shocked.
Is it like a
I
hesitation?
think
Like
she
she's just.
legit was like. No, I think she's like legit. Like what?
You. Sorry, it just. Scrag just revealed his secret identity. The one person in the world that was fooling. That is so funny.
Yeah.
also, who was Creek hearing whispers from about the
Yeah.
rooster?
The
I think it was Scrag actually.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, she just forgot. She's like,
I heard it from
Some-
somewhere. I can't remember who.
Yeah, it was from Scrag specifically.
A rooster is meat.
oh,
And I may have accidentally kind of. Okay, so you know who Eden Moore is?
yes, I believe so.
Yeah, slaver, leader of the Riverettes. I may have accidentally stumbled into a plot to assassinate her.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and I don't know what to do. I'm very nervous.
That's quite a jump from.
I just wanted to play pretend with the costume. I was having fun.
Oh dear. Sometimes didn't know that would escalate very quickly. Oh no.
Extremely quickly.
You're quite in a pickle, Scrag.
No, Pickles isn't here right now, but.
Oh, that's right.
Just,
I mean,
just fucking no pickle isn't here right now.
oh,
I had to. Like, when am I gonna get the? That's 2 in one day for me. I'm on a roll today.
that's it. We filled our quota.
Yeah. So Scrag is gonna say, should we help them do it?
I mean, it's not the best leader. That'd make quite a bit of a vacuum as well for the underground.
So I may also have received somewhat reliable information that he's trying to kill us. And they're gonna try to kill us. Gonna try to make us sleep with the fishes.
Well, at least we have upper hand that way, and well, if it comes down to it, I'm here for you. I'll be your bow.
Thank you. You will always be my bro and my bow.
Yeah, Creek is he's down.
So you know the meme that's like your best friend will help you dispose of a body?
Yeah. Oh,
It's
Creek is definitely
literally-
that. Creek will find the spot for you. She will dig the grave. She got you.
Oh my
Got
god.
you, fam.
Anyways,
I
we got
mean,
our pelts. We got our foxes and our rabbits.
We got our snacks. I mean, this wasn't the first time my party has asked me to assassinate a guy, so not my first run around.
Wait, what? You want to unpack that a little bit?
It's fine.
Okay.
Just like a dictator that kind of was a dick, but
And you wait, whoa, hold on. You assassinated someone?
yeah, who hasn't?
And what? Like a dictator?
Yeah.
Like the
Isn't it
ruler
awesome?
of a country? What country exactly?
I don't remember. I do remember he stank of cheese. He was very smelly, very bloody, and very smelly and stinky.
Greg just doesn't say anything for the rest of the walk back.
Or drop.
Katie.
Katie!
Okay, that was 100% made up. I'll make some backstory later.
Do you have to make up
I
a
also want
country
to
that
highlight-
stinks of cheese? Like,
I-
what?
That's oh my god. Okay, no, I was about to come in
Where
here
do you
and
think
defend-
mozzarella comes from?
And like, no, that's just a dream that Creek had and thought was real. But no, yeah, that's it. There it is.
I just want to highlight the idea that Creek is positive that she assassinated someone, but she can't remember what country the leader she assassinated. Like, that's an insane thing.
Yeah, it was the dictator of Thoughtrovia. Hello.
Where the Thotzarella comes from.
We cannot force Leanne to put Thoughtrovia into canon. Like, we can't do that.
And I will. No, she's very much the kind of person that doesn't like think of the important details, except for the details that are like sensory and just like important to her.
Yeah, that tracks.
He's an important guy, whatever. He sucked. He was a dick to my friends. Also, he's stinky.
Okay.
It wasn't actually a dictator. It was like just a guy.
Yeah,
Just a guy.
if it's anybody, it's like a burgomaster of a town or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, yeah. Kind of more on that level,
The
honestly.
No, his
important
name was Richard Tater.
And he was a dick.
Yep.
Just a dick. He was an asshole.
He has penises and potatoes on his ship. Dictatorship. Come on.
We're 3 for 3 this episode.
Good grief.
Dictatorship.
Sorry.
Episode title.
Yeah.
I was gonna suggest Bros before Bows, but that is also a very good.
It's really good. I just love that he has penises and potatoes on his ship. God, Crick isn't screwed. Bangers and
Okay.
mash.
Okay, we're getting giggly.
We are
Sorry.
giggly. I don't think we got our giggles out. Sorry. Sorry, gang.
Alright. So that's happened. Nash, you are heading to the markets.
Yeah, he's headed to the upper markets where he was told that the coffee was at.
Yeah.
But he's got this like it's hard to tell because you can't really see his features like that other than his eyes, but Pickles has been around him enough to know that he's obviously wearing this smile like he's very pleased with himself right now.
This is like when you're hanging out with a friend and they've done something, like they've made like a big financial decision or something, and like they don't want to tell you, but like they're just barely not vaguing about it, so like you have to spend the whole day with them going, I just did a big thing, and you're like, okay bud, what happened?
Yeah.
He will, though, while they're walking, once they've gotten like a considerable distance away from the iron spells, he'll go, can I share with you something very, very interesting that my sister once taught me?
Uh-huh.
Have you used clockwork goggles before in your line of work? Or in any case?
Nope.
Well, there's these wonderful little inventions that can allow you different sights that you wouldn't normally be, capable of. Low light vision, dark vision, the like. However, they are temporary use. They don't last for very long, and it's because of how the lenses are made. They are prone to overexposure, where over time they get imprinted with the thing that they were looking at when you activated them.
So like a painting.
It's very fascinating, actually. Sort of. It's something about the way it catches the light reflecting off of things, and it does sort of create an image of that thing, which of course obscures your vision if you're trying to look through it, so...
What are you saying to me?
He's going to pull the goggles out of his cloak and offer them to Pickles. Have a look.
Pickles will look through the goggles.
And he will hopefully see the impression of that page of the airship plans.
Yeah, that's what's there.
Son of blood.
Interesting, isn't it?
I just went on like a long rant. Probably the longest I've talked to somebody since we got into this city about free spread of technology, and in the meantime you were doing industrial and espionage, the thing I was ranting about.
I'll be quite honest, I was a little occupied and wasn't entirely paying attention, but I should think delivering these to my sister is the free spread of technology. By definition.
Blitzy's gonna fucking kill me.
Oh, Blitzy will never know.
Nash. He will take Nash's face in his hands.
I like to imagine that he has to like gesture for Nash to like come within reach, and he complies, knowing full well that what is about to happen.
Nash, I'm from a community where people don't usually live more than 2 decades. Shit gets around. Blitzy, he will like put his forehead on Nash's forehead and look deeply into his eyes with the most serious look. Blitzy will know.
My dearest friend.
You
And
fucking owe me, buddy. You owe me.
He will just clap his shoulders, or clap Pickle's shoulders, and then stand back up and say, "You worry far too much.
One of us fucking
And obviously
has to.
I owe you. I obviously owe you, of course. And assuming he arrives at like the place he's heading to like see these different coffee varieties, he'll just ask him, "What are your thoughts on coffee, by the way?"
I'm just imagining, I don't know why this has entered my mind. I'm imagining the Boy Mayor Monster Factory video. This has the same energy of the of Griffin going, "I'm gonna lose the election," and then the West Wing theme starting up, like that exact fucking. I'm gonna get murdered in my sleep by my childhood friend. Ba 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 da ba.
But yeah, at the upper market, you find an older human woman with very distinguished features, deep inset lines, and she has several kinds of coffee that smell delightful. And she smiles at you all, or the two of you, and goes, what can I get for you today?
Pickles is just like his eyes barely crushed above the counter, and he's just glaring at Nash the whole time.
Nash is still just looking pleased as punch. He's like, go ahead, my treat.
Yeah, and there's like bags bigger than Pickles, just full of coffee beans, different roast blends. And she points to a couple and goes, this one is the Berry Thicket Special. It's a light roast with a nutty caramel flavor. This is Del Groom's Delight, medium roast, bright tangy with a hint of chocolate. And Brahman's Shadow, a dark roast with a smoky flavor, full body and rich.
Leanne, what's the most expensive one they have?
Definitely the dark roast, Brahman Shadow.
Let's get some of that.
Yeah, she starts scooping some of that into a bag. And how much are you wanting to get?
Oh, you asked me that. Oh. Not a bag as big as Pickles. I don't think any of us could afford that.
No.
Do they have like a scale?
Yeah.
I would like to take Bastard and plop Bastard on the scale.
Thunk. And Bastard weighs more than what you think a badger of his size should weigh, but she goes, oh my, yes, I'll get that.
I imagine because it's on the counter, I have to kind of like toss him up there a little bit.
Yeah, this flying badger, whoop. And he goes,
yeah, that amount.
oh.
One badger of coffee, please.
Sure. And yeah, she scoops that together and goes, that'll be about 20 gold.
And that'll probably sort us for a bit. He will look pointedly at Nash.
Nash will give a good-natured laugh, and he will pay for it.
Yeah,
Hang on 1 second.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Pickles would, Nash would also know by now that this is probably going to be like the one-time thing. The goblin, sort of understanding of vengeance in this way is very tit for tat. Like this is not going to, Pickles nor most of his people are not the type to hold long-standing grudges. So this is like the one shot that Nash gets for fucking with Pickles in this way.
Yeah.
Probably the only fair way to get vengeance on someone.
Honestly, Nash feels like he got off easy, so he'll probably still do something of his own volition to make it up to Pickles later. Okay. He pays for that, and he's also going to request hang on 1 second. Sorry, I got distracted. He's also going to ask for something more like a medium roast, like not quite so dark, a little bit more universal, about 12 ounces or so, and reasonable amount of something like that.
Yeah, and for that, she pulls out some of the Del Grum's Delight and pours some into a bag. It's a slightly smaller bag in that the badger size one is chunky. And she goes, that'll be about, for the smaller bag, 10 gold for the extra.
Okay.
Coffee is expensive. It is an import.
Oh no, understandable. Let's see here. Gonna subtract that. Alright, he will pay for that as well.
Alright. She gets you your coffees. The beans. So many beans.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And that will be it. I'm assuming that Pickles is going to make Nash carry the badger's worth of coffee.
I mean, yeah, Pickles is just a little guy.
He's just a little guy. He can barely carry the badger. Never mind the badger and the badger's worth of coffee.
Ignore my uses new consumable in the text box there. I hit the wrong button.
All good.
What was the name of the dark roast again?
The dark roast. It was Brahman's Shadow.
Cool.
And then the medium roast was Del Grum's Delight.
Cool. Okay. What? Hey, Ian, how much bulk would you say a badger is? Like, give me a number of bulk for badger.
Oh, God. Probably... I mean, he's a tiny creature. He's tiny size, so probably 1, right? Or would it be 2?
I would say 1, and then the other bag is negligible, so the L light.
Okay. Bulk 1. I'm not gonna bother putting the other one in here because he's about to hand it off to somebody. But I've got our coffee. Description: 1 badger's worth of coffee. Dark roast. Okay. Yeah, that's all that Nash had.
Yeah.
Other than heading on back to meet back with the others.
Cool. And yeah, you all meet up at the pub, and Vaz has treats for folks.
Eddie Fours.
Yay, treats.
Treats.
Sorry.
Scrag opens up his massive lizard mouth and inserts half the treat into his mouth and then gives the other half to Gertie.
Petit fours are very small.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's going to delicately divide them with his claw.
Amazing. Gotta make a dexterity check for that. It's gotta be precise.
I can make a check if you want me to.
I'm just kidding.
No, make it. Let's make the check.
All right.
See what happens.
Bet,
it.
Let's go.
Do it.
Go.
Is that so? That's D20 plus 1.
Oh.
It's a very awkward shaped. Kind
I
of
don't think
some of
Gertie
it.
or Scrag cares though.
Yeah. To be fair, neither of them care. It's a messy cut, and it's a little crushed now. But you still tastes good.
Yummy.
All that matters.
Thank you for the amuse bouche.
Yes, of course. I have a particular fondness for small pastries.
Ah, that is why you like the badger.
It's because he's my little cupcake, aren't you, darling?
Oh, that's adorable.
He looks a little pleased with himself.
Also, just Sarah again bringing just indomitable swagger to this character. So Screg is going to kind of look around. Sorry, I'm going to let everyone else react to the petty fours first.
Oh, cute. Look at those.
You're so cute.
Oh, Nash would, he would thank her, obviously, and he would pick one up and try to, like, admire a bit before eating it, and then it does get shadowed, and he...
Yeah.
No.
Oh dear.
Just-
Oh, no.
just sighs and eats it.
Aww.
He doesn't look too messed up about it, just kind of like, yeah, of course it did.
Yeah.
He would offer some coffee to go along with them, since we have a lot now.
So many beans.
Greg would have decaf.
I don't think we got any.
We don't have that, so...
Not invented yet.
Regular coffee makes Greg unregular.
Oh dear.
Sorry, it was a
Coffee.
terrible joke.
Bad for lizards.
Very true.
Do not caffeinate.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Does Greg have some news to share with us?
No. We should probably go somewhere a little more private to discuss this.
Okay. Let's do that.
So I'm assuming they'll go up to the room or something, and then Scrag, first of all, will pull the costume out of his bag, and he's going to have to come clean and say, "This will not make sense unless I reveal Scrag's secret identity first."
Real
Scrag
quick,
is-
just like... Hold on, because this is very
Uh-oh.
important, or I will forget this. Where are we heading up into a room at the cobble path? Or-
I figured back to the roadside.
I thought so, yeah.
Yeah, are you heading to the roadside?
Okay, so... Alright,
Yeah,
if
sure.
we're headed to the roadside, then on their way to their room, Nash will drop off that medium roast with Hudson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you kindly, he says, as he puts it behind the counter. Oh, you got the good stuff.
That's so kind of him.
Okay, that was all. I just didn't want to forget.
Yeah.
No problem.
So Scrag is going to he's going to go up to the roof or the room and then shut the door with everyone inside and say, "Scrag is the rooster," and then he's going to pull out his costume.
And I suspect, actually, most of you don't actually know what the fuck he's talking about.
Probably, yeah.
Nash will play along and just go, "Oh goodness, I had no idea."
Rick nods and
You,
goes,
the
"I'm surprised as
rooster."
well."
Yes, Scrag is master of espionage and disguise, which is why, unfortunately, Scrag as the rooster maybe is trying to plot assassination of Eden Moore, and also Eden Moore is trying to assassinate us. Scrag probably should have led with that, huh?
Nash
That's quite a
would
bit
have at the start
A-word
of
being
that.
thrown around.
Sorry, what was it?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Sarah.
Vaz was just, that's quite a bit of the A word being thrown around.
Nash would have at the start of that just kind of jokingly nudged Pickles like, espionage, can you imagine getting up to that? And then, like, in the middle of him making that joke, hears the rest of what he just said and just stops like, Oh.
Well, don't
Oh
you
my.
look a
Yeah.
little foolish?
Yeah, so Scrag has actually been doing some undercover work with a former member of the River Rats who has divulged to me that Eden Moore is going to be attending the musical, which will be happening in about 2 weeks. And it may be the only opportunity they have to isolate and eliminate her. And I do not know if we have to help, but also there's a solid chance that, like, they're gonna try to do that. But also, again, this is someone who's trying to kill us as well. So, like, you know, kind of realized I was in a little over my head and figured I should probably tell you guys what was going on. I'm sorry for doing espionage without asking you first.
No, I mean, like, you took the initiative in that sense. I mean, I don't blame you for being a little thrown out of your element when they asked you to off a person.
Yeah.
Well, so here's where I'm at. I don't think it would reflect very well on us to participate in this, given our sudden high-profile nature of us. We just got noticed very much by a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Which is part of the problem.
At the same time, if Eden Moore attempts to kill us, I mean, you know, we're allowed to defend ourselves to not die. Did these people, like, threaten you? Like, hey, if you don't kill this person, we're gonna kill you?
No, there was a threat, but it was unrelated.
Okay. Concerning, but,
Don't worry,
If-
Scrag will simply not do that thing. Skill issue.
five head moves. Simply do not do the thing you were threatened. You can't do. Okay. So, I think if we're allowed to politely decline, I think I'm in favor of politely declining. And if somebody tries to kill us, then, you know, we'll go from there. But I don't think that a plan to off someone is necessarily the best move for us as a group right now.
Greg thought the same thing.
Yes, I would have to agree, especially considering the length we've just gone to have the city lawkeepers as allies. Would sort of fly right in the face of that, I think.
Yeah.
I guess I feel like a best move is maybe to just not mention it to the lawkeepers either. You know, because maybe we just, you know, pretend that question wasn't asked and go about our day.
Scrag has no problem with this.
Wow.
What was that?
What was that noise?
It goes kind of like, just kind of like a fucking exhale of like, oh boy.
It's like stomach ache, like.
Okay.
Bro. If it comes to the point where she comes after us, we should be ready. Should prepare ourselves.
Yep.
Do we need to check in with your bow there, Vaz? Do you know when he's supposed to arrive?
Insert answer here that Sarah doesn't remember.
Yes. You basically saw that there was a poster for the the play in the end of this 2 weeks. They should be here. So you suspect?
Sometime in the coming weeks, I would assume, depending on travel and all of that accoutrement.
Okay.
But I would like to say that is another reason I particularly am not comfortable with attempting any sort of assassination on Eden Morn. If there was a connection found between us and the play, namely in the case of me, that could potentially put the actors in harm's way. It could be seen as working together.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a no on.
Go ahead.
So that's a no on the assassination, just to be clear.
From Vaz, yes. I believe we've all spoken up that we're pretty well against that, but I do agree that if, someone's running at us with a sword, we might want to be prepared for that eventuality.
Sorry for being costume vigilante.
No,
I mean, again, like
giving us a heads up that someone's trying to kill us.
Yeah, like no harm done there. Like, and as far as we're concerned, the fact that they have given us an out to not be participating in this is way cooler than most shadow organizations I'm familiar with.
Well, these are people who left the River Rats because of the whole slavery issue, which, in my view, is a good reason to leave an organization.
Good reason.
Yes.
But I also don't trust them because they used to be with the River Rats.
I assume they're still part of some sort of seedy underbelly, like...
Oh, that's very seedy. Covered in seeds, just completely seeded.
Like a bagel.
Like a bagel of criminality, and in the middle of that bagel, there is another bagel of criminality.
It's Leia's bagel.
Okay, so I think it sounds like we're all in agreement of no, we're not volunteering ourselves for assassination services anytime soon.
Aw, no assassination. Bummer.
I'm worried how disappointed you are about that. Like, it worries me, but we'll unpack that later.
No, let's not. Let's not unpack that later.
Okay. But I think a yes to going and getting in touch with the play and being there? I mean, we want to be there for Maeve, for Vaz's guy.
Yes.
Of course.
I would like to go to the play as well.
Oh yeah. And then I guess, like usual, we'll play it by ear when, when things happen.
Yes. I just hope that we are prepared in case anything goes south.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we are very good at violence.
Oh, yeah.
That we could do that.
You could do a violence. I
Just a little violence is a treat.
That's a creek treat right there. I hope that it doesn't interrupt the play in any way. I just don't want her to make any moves.
Is she laughing in character, or?
Oh no! I'm going to laugh. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have anything else to talk about with everybody. I've got some potions brewing, and I got a couple of things I gotta do in the weeks. Also, potions for all of you. I'm gonna have some of those prepared for you. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Also,
One of your strongest potions, potion man.
I got one kind of potion, so you've already got 'em.
Yes.
That
I
being
can
said, if
handle
anybody
it.
does find any formulas for other magical items, I would appreciate those because I can make them for us.
Oh, I'll keep that in mind.
Also, what kind of
Potion man.
if anybody had to pick a kind of magic spell they wanted to have like a couple casts of, what kind of magic spell would you like? Bear in mind it would have to be one of the spells that I know. Just
Greg would
hypothetically
like-
off the top of my head.
Scrag would like to teleport and electrocute his enemies.
I can do neither of the. Oh, I can do one of those things, but I'm talking like some of like the ones that I do all the time, like the cantrips, say, for example.
Scrag would like to be able to cook good.
I mean, I could give you some prestidigitation. Once I could do that. Yeah. Okay.
Take a cooking class.
Scrag will also take a cooking class.
I'll keep some stuff in mind. Okay. I might have some other goodies for you all at the end of this time, but I'm gonna be deep in the factory, as it were.
All right. If nobody's got anything
Nash.
else, oh, go ahead.
I was a couple of things from Nash. Just a quick aside. Nash would offer to help him a bit here and there. No ulterior motives this time.
Oh yeah.
He does have a few little errands in there of his own. First of which, he has a letter to write for Moxie.
Yeah.
That I'll actually get to in just a second. I said first of which, I'm saving it for last. I lied. He is also just in, like, I guess in the coming days and stuff here and there, we'll visit with Levi a little bit. He's still kind of trying to apologize for low-key threatening the man.
Yeah.
But he'll just try to be nonchalant about it, like just pretending he's just offering to share his coffee.
Yeah, this becomes like a daily ritual almost of going and sharing a coffee with him, and he kind of
So
starts...
you're going to say threatening the man
Oh,
every day.
no! You go and
Oh, no.
have your coffee with him. And by like the end of the week, he actually starts having the cups ready for when you come.
Aww.
Oh.
Stuff.
Very good.
But he does pin a letter to Moxie. It's his turn to reply after she sent the little messenger bird.
Yeah.
And he will write, Dearest Moxie, what a wonderful invention your mechanical messenger bird is, as is everything you create, of course. But I'll get right to the point. I have a gift for you when next I see you. It wouldn't do to risk sending it by courier. Besides, I should like to see the look on your face when you receive it. On an unrelated note, you really should pursue that thought experiment you had about modified clockwork goggles. I imagine there are a great many uses for a device that can capture an image in an instant. But first, perhaps an update on the progress in my request? I don't mean to be impatient, of course, but I trust your process explicitly. But I would be lying if I said it would be extremely beneficial to have some way to conceal myself. I've become quite the conspicuous figure, as it were. Hoping you are well, Tenacity Silverton. And then he's just going to add a little postscript of, isn't that a well-fitting surname? A gift from Dear Pickles.
Yeah. You take that to the courier office? Courier office. And Miyuki the Kitsune will send that off for a fee of about 5 gold.
Okie dokie.
And off
Big
it goes.
spender this episode.
Big spender, as often.
Oh, just you wait. I'm sure I will have you beat. I will have you beat in the coming weeks.
Listen, Nash don't hold on to gold like that. It'll be gone before we know it. Anyway, that was all he had.
Yeah.
He ain't about that life.
And so over the next 2 weeks, people settle into a rhythm of making potions or trying to earn income, possibly, with your hunting skills or whatever. What? Yes, Greg?
Scrag is trying to learn Draconic.
Ah, yes.
I don't know if I need to roll for that, or if it's just something that kind of takes a really, really long time, but...
Yeah, we'll like, start tracking it in, like, weeks learned.
I guess we'll add... I think this is the second week, or... It's first week or second week, I don't remember which.
You started learning a little bit ago. I'm just gonna make a note of it. Then we'll go 3... And you've picked up sentence structure now. Comparing it to a Rooksy, it is very different. Some of the, like, base symbols are the same, but it really is quite a different language when all put together.
It's like Latin and French or something.
Yeah.
But that's not a great analogy, to be honest, but it's the best one I could think of.
Latin and internet slang.
Wow.
They'd be like that far removed at this point.
Scrag is gadded with the Rizzler.
No.
Never say anything even remotely like that ever again.
I'm so sorry, Dan.
Fam?
I do have to ban you from the server now. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Understandable. Have a nice day.
But yes, we'll make a mark there that you've learned a little bit more. I will figure out a full, like, language learning list in a bit.
There's like a community college class, maybe he'll enroll in that.
Yeah. I suspect you'll be spending times
thing.
at the Horizons Gate Academy, just, like, pouring through the books.
Can I pay for lessons? I mean, I'm not using my money for anything else. So, like, a class I can actually enroll in? Like, can Scrag actually go to school?
I mean, you could, but you're about to go on adventures again, so, like, a whole semester is probably out of the question.
Maybe they can do, like, a remote learning thing.
I think you could pay about, like, 10 gold per, like, tutor session.
Private tutoring is more expensive.
Yeah.
So yeah, Scrag will pay for the private tutoring.
All right. So yeah, you end up meeting the Draconic language professor, who is just a human guy, but he's got, like,
Human guy.
He's just a human guy, but when you look at him the right way, you can catch that his eyes flash a little bit of color that they're not supposed to.
See a sorcerer?
And yeah, by, like, the third or fourth session, he does let slip that his family is originally from the Athenian Empire, and that there's a little bit of dragon blood in his system, but not enough for him to cast much magic. He manages to show that he can make a little bit of prestidigitation happen, but it's not very strong.
And how many sessions will they be able to squeeze in?
Depends on if you wanted to do anything else in these 2 weeks. He probably will be only available Monday through Friday.
Let's do 2 sessions then, and we'll see how long that speeds it along.
Okay. Yeah, and we'll up that a little bit on your language learned. All right. Anyways, so as people start to settle into their different potions making, if people want to earn income, I think the only other pressing thing in these 2 weeks is there was mention of possible runes being purchased and applied. And we can do that off screen, but I have created a rune shop.
Yay!
Rodan Runesmith, who is a dwarven member of the Iron Spells, and he has a little tiny shop next to the Iron Spells that Pickles will probably catch one day, and he sells different kinds of runes that you can apply to weapons and armor.
Hell yeah.
And where you are right now, you guys have a +1 to your weapons, so you can apply 1 rune to your weapons. Once you hit a +1 with your weapons with the automatic bonus progression, we can apply that to your armor as well. Right now, only 1 per weapon.
I need an amulet of mighty fists, right? Or however that works.
It's hand wraps of mighty blows.
Gotcha.
If you want to use your claws.
Well, for the most part, I do.
Yeah.
So I will go get one of those from one of the weapons persons.
Yeah. Displayed for graves,
Oh, underwater actually sounds interesting for my fire staff.
Yeah.
While people are looking at runes, I just want to say for posterity's sake, just so that way I don't eat too much into my gold reserve, Vaz is just going to do small jobs every day, just enough to pay for her room and board.
Sounds
just so that
good.
Way, just that way that all breaks even, we don't have to math.
Yeah.
I think that
sounds good.
it's like a generally in downtime, that's just automatically that you can do that. Like if you're not doing anything else, you can just say I'm making enough to pay for my room and board.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted it said on a recording somewhere so we knew.
Yeah. All good.
One thing I do like about this system is it's not drawn to everyone's attention, so we can be a little bit coy and mysterious about the cool powers we're getting.
Oh yeah, with the buying of stuff and things like that?
Yes.
Yeah. Added a hand wrap of Mighty Blow to Blades for Glades if you wanted to pick that up.
Yes, I saw. Oh, sorry, I thought it was stick 'em in the pointy end.
What?
They have one on stick
yes,
in a pointy end.
Yes. I guess they have one there too. Blades for Glades I don't think you've been to, but it's up in the central district. Pointy End is probably where you'd end up, actually, because you knew that particular party.
Nice.
But yeah, we will calculate that all off screen as we wrap this up. Everybody falls into their routine, and then at the end of the next Monday, coming at the end of the 2 weeks, you see a huge ship starting to float down the central river heading towards the sea, adorned with Udrian colors, and you know that the theater has come to town. And that is where we'll end today's session.
Yeah.
It's my fucking girlfriend.
Yeah!
Yes! It's a fucking girlfriend!
Vaz making that
Yes! Yes! Oh my god! Yes!
Anyways, goodbye, everybody.
face. Bye.
Bye.